Hello and welcome to this MBL seminars, Equitable Remedies in Partnership and Beyond. Um, really, what the purpose of today is it's to lift our heads up above the hurly-burly of litigation, in particular in partnership and LLPs, and to think about not just the contractual aspects, but the often overlooked equitable aspects that arise in partnership scenarios. We've got a lot of material to get through today, and our agenda is there on the slides. It's also something that you will have already read in the preamble prior to booking this. So I'm not going to cover what's on the agenda in any detail, but what I am going to say to you is by the end of this session, I hope to have covered the kind of core relevant equitable principles, because there are so many equitable principles that we could actually talk for days about them, but I'm guessing you want to be done in about an hour, and I know that's certainly my aim. So that's what we'll do. And as a reminder, if it is a little while since you booked this is deliberately not an introductory session. So if you're unfamiliar with partnership law under the Partnership Act of 1890 or the limited liability position under the Limited Liability Partnerships Act 2000 and the associated regulations from 2001, you probably want to press stop now and go away and look at some of the other sessions that we've got available on MBL's webinar range and pick those up before coming back to this more advanced session. This is a session, though, that is aimed at both litigators and non-contentious lawyers alike. Litigators, of course, you're going to get tactical thinking. Of course, you're going to get thought-provoking. Am I better off pursuing that particular angle in this case? Type of material from today's session. For the non-contentious drafter, what you're going to get from this is an awareness of how things go wrong and how equity can fill the gaps sometimes, but actually how it can be easier to have addressed those gaps through our drafting. So, clients always say they want simple documents until something goes wrong when they want a comprehensive document. And it's getting that balance right, particularly in partnerships and LLPs, and particularly for me as somebody who only really advises law firms that do a small amount for accountants, a small amount for private equity, but my core client base is other law firms. And what we find with those is they often come to us when they've tried to do the partnership agreement or the LLP agreement in-house. And obviously, when things go wrong and it's pressure tested in the heat of a dispute, it's found wanting. So we'll share some tips around drafting as we go through.